The fat you should eat. Avocados for cardiovascular health. What if I told you that the fat doctors have been warning you about for decades might actually be the key to protecting your heart after 60? I know it sounds crazy, but stick with me for just a moment. Recent groundbreaking research from Harvard and the American Heart Association has completely flipped our understanding of fats and heart health. And what they discovered about one particular food might just change how you think about nutrition forever. I'm Dr. David Walker, a senior health and psychological wellness expert with over 30 years of experience, helping older adults not just add years to their lives, but add life to their years. And today, I want to share something that could revolutionize your approach to heart health. We're talking about avocados, that rich, buttery fruit that melts on your tongue. Cardiologists are now calling it a heart hero. And if you've been avoiding fats because you think they're dangerous for your heart, you're about to discover why that outdated thinking could actually be putting your cardiovascular health at serious risk. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfortable, and let me show you why this simple green fruit might be one of the most powerful tools in your fight against heart disease. The breakthrough science. Let me start with a story that might sound familiar. Margaret, a 68-year-old from Phoenix, sat in my office last year with tears in her eyes. Her doctor had just told her that her cholesterol was creeping into the danger zone. "Dr. Walker," she said, "I've been eating low-fat everything for 20 years. Skim milk, fat-free yogurt, dry toast. I thought I was doing everything right." Margaret's confusion is completely understandable. For decades, we were told that all fats were the enemy. But here's what we know now. Not all fats are created equal. The type of fat in avocados, monounsaturated fat, is actually one of the most powerful protectors of aging hearts. Think about this for a moment. A landmark study followed over 110,000 health professionals for more than 30 years. The results? People who ate just 2 servings of avocado per week had a 16% lower risk of cardiovascular disease and a 21% lower risk of coronary heart disease. Let that sink in. We're talking about a simple dietary change that could reduce your heart disease risk by more than 1/5. That's better than many medications, and it comes with 0 side effects. But here's what makes this especially important for those of us over 60. As we age, our bodies face unique challenges. Our arteries naturally stiffen. Our cholesterol profiles shift. Inflammation increases throughout our systems. This is where avocados truly shine. The monounsaturated fats in avocados work like a gentle repair crew for your cardiovascular system. They reduce that harmful LDL cholesterol while actually boosting your protective HDL cholesterol. Recent research shows regular avocado consumption increased good cholesterol by an average of 2.84 milligrams per deciliter. Now, you might be thinking, "Dr. Walker, that doesn't sound like much." But here's the thing about heart health. Small, consistent improvements compound over time. It's like making regular deposits in a savings account. Each one might seem small, but they add up to real security over the years. Remember Margaret? Instead of jumping straight to medication, we decided to try nutrition first. She started adding half an avocado to her daily routine, sometimes mashed on whole grain toast, sometimes blended into a morning smoothie, sometimes just sliced into her salad. 3 months later, her LDL cholesterol had dropped 18 points. Her doctor was amazed. But Margaret noticed something even more important. She felt energized. Her skin glowed. She slept better at night. These weren't just numbers on a lab report. They were real improvements in her quality of life. Here's something that might surprise you. Avocados contain more potassium than bananas, nearly 1,000 milligrams per fruit. That's crucial for blood pressure control, which becomes increasingly important as we age. But perhaps most importantly for seniors, avocados act like a nutrient multiplier. Many heart protective vitamins need healthy fats to be absorbed properly. When you eat an avocado with other nutritious foods, you're not just getting the avocado's benefits, you're maximizing everything else you're eating. One study found that adding avocado to salads increased antioxidant absorption by up to 15 times. That's like turning your regular salad into a superfood with one simple addition. Now, I know what you're thinking, but don't avocados have a lot of calories? Here's what the research actually shows. People who eat avocados regularly don't gain weight. In fact, they often weigh less than those who avoid them entirely. This is where I need to address something I hear constantly from my patients over 60. They've been told for so long that fat makes you fat and clogs your arteries. But the science is crystal clear. It's not healthy fats that are the problem. It's processed foods, added sugars, and artificial trans fats that wreak havoc on our hearts. Think of monounsaturated fats as your heart's best friend. They reduce inflammation, improve cholesterol profiles, support healthy blood pressure, and help your body absorb other protective nutrients. The magic is in the combination. Healthy fats, fiber, potassium, and antioxidants all working together to support your cardiovascular system. Practical wisdom for real life. Now, let's talk about what this means for your daily life. Because knowing about avocados is one thing. Actually incorporating them into your routine, that's where the real magic happens. I want to share Robert's story with you. He's a 74-year-old retired teacher whose wife passed away 2 years ago. When he came to see me, he'd lost 15 pounds. Not the good kind of weight loss. He was surviving on cereal and sandwiches, had lost his appetite for cooking, and was feeling weak most days. "Doc," he told me, "I just don't have the energy to fuss with complicated meals anymore." Sound familiar? Here's what we did. We started simple. 2 tablespoons of mashed avocado on his daily sandwich. That's it. No complicated recipes. No major changes. 6 months later, Robert had gained back healthy weight. His cholesterol improved dramatically. Most importantly, he felt like himself again. The lesson? Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Let me address the elephant in the room. Cost. I know many of you are on fixed incomes, and avocados can seem expensive. Here's the truth. You don't need a whole avocado every day. The research shows significant benefits with just 2 servings per week. That's roughly 1 avocado split across several days. Here's my money-saving strategy. Buy avocados at different stages of ripeness. Get a couple that are ready now. Get a few that are still firm. The firm ones ripen at room temperature. Once they yield slightly to gentle pressure, move them to the refrigerator. They'll stay perfect for several more days. This way, you always have a ripe avocado ready. No waste. Maximum benefit. Now, what about digestion? Some of you might worry that fatty foods will upset your stomach, especially if you've been eating low fat for years. The beautiful thing about avocados? They're incredibly gentle. The fats are naturally emulsified, already in a form that's easy for your body to process. If you're just starting, begin small. A few thin slices. A tablespoon of mashed avocado. Let your system adapt gradually. Let me share some of my favorite senior-friendly approaches. The comfort food method works beautifully. Instead of butter on your morning toast, try mashed avocado with a pinch of salt. Similar creamy texture. All those heart benefits. Many patients tell me they actually prefer the taste once they make the switch. For smaller appetites, try the nutrient boost approach. Add a quarter avocado to foods you're already eating. Blend it into smoothies. You won't even taste it. Mash a small amount into tuna salad instead of mayonnaise. Here's something particularly important for seniors. Avocados can help combat what we call anorexia of aging, that natural decrease in appetite many people experience. The healthy fats trigger satisfaction hormones. You feel nourished, even with smaller portions. Let's talk timing. The best time to eat avocado is with other nutrients. Add slices to a spinach salad with tomatoes and bell peppers. The avocado fat helps your body absorb up to 15 times more beneficial compounds from those vegetables. For those managing medications, avocados are wonderfully flexible. They can be eaten any time without interfering with most common prescriptions. However, if you're taking blood thinners, just let your doctor know you're increasing vitamin K-rich foods. They may want to monitor your levels. Here's something I love about avocados. They often become a gateway to better overall nutrition. Once people start feeling the sustained energy from nutrient-dense foods, they naturally crave more healthy options. Try this weekly approach. Designate 2 days as avocado days. Maybe Monday and Thursday. Add avocado to whatever you're already eating those days. This eliminates guesswork and ensures consistent heart benefits. For food safety, and I know many seniors are rightfully cautious, avocados are among the safest fruits. Their thick skin protects the flesh from bacteria. Just wash the outside before cutting. If arthritis makes cutting difficult, ask family to help prepare several at once. Cut avocado stores well for 2 to 3 Dalton's Y's in the refrigerator if you add a little lemon juice. Here's what I want you to remember as you start this journey. Pay attention to how your body responds. Many patients report improved energy, better sleep, even healthier skin and hair. These are signs your body is getting nutrients it needs to thrive. Don't get discouraged if you don't love avocados immediately. Like many nutritious foods, they can be an acquired taste. Start small. Be patient with yourself. Remember, you're investing in your long-term heart health. The goal isn't perfection. It's progress. Even adding avocado once or twice a week provides meaningful cardiovascular benefits, and you might discover you enjoy this versatile fruit more than expected. Always consult your healthcare provider before making significant dietary changes, especially with existing conditions or medications. But don't let outdated fears prevent you from exploring one of nature's most powerful heart protectors. Addressing fears and myths. Let me tell you about Helen. She's 72, sharp as a tack, and absolutely convinced that adding avocados to her diet would make her gain weight. Dr. Walker, she said, I've been following a strict low-fat diet for 15 years. If I start eating avocados, won't I undo all my hard work? Helen's concern represents the biggest myth I encounter. This fear that eating fat automatically translates to weight gain and clogged arteries. Here's what actually happened when Helen finally agreed to try half an avocado with lunch each day. She lost 12 pounds over 6 months. Her afternoon sugar cravings disappeared. Her energy levels stabilized throughout the day. Why? The combination of healthy fats, fiber, and protein in avocados sends powerful satisfaction signals to your brain. You feel nourished longer. You're less likely to reach for processed snacks that actually contribute to weight gain and heart problems. A comprehensive study published in Nutrition Journal followed adults for several years. Avocado eaters weighed an average of 7.5 pounds less. They had smaller waist circumferences. Better overall nutrition profiles. Think about it this way. You could eat 300 calories of cookies and feel hungry again in an hour. Or eat half an avocado and feel satisfied for 4 to 6 hours. Which choice supports your health and weight goals? The avocado provides lasting energy, essential nutrients, and heart protection. Processed foods provide empty calories that leave you hungrier and less nourished. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found something fascinating. When people added avocado to meals, they naturally ate fewer calories throughout the day. The healthy fats triggered fullness hormones that regulated appetite naturally. Now, let's address medication concerns. I'm frequently asked about interactions with blood pressure medications, cholesterol drugs, or blood thinners. For most medications, avocados are not only safe but beneficial. The potassium can enhance blood pressure medication effectiveness. The monounsaturated fats may improve cholesterol profiles, potentially allowing lower medication doses over time. If you're taking warfarin or similar blood thinners, just maintain consistent avocado intake and work with your healthcare provider. Many of my patients on blood thinners enjoy avocados regularly with proper monitoring. Here's another myth I want to debunk. The idea that avocados are just a trendy superfood with no real benefits. Avocados have been consumed for thousands of years. The scientific research spans decades. The Harvard Nurses' Health Study followed participants for over 30 years. The American Heart Association study included more than 110,000 people. These aren't small, short-term studies. They represent some of our most robust nutritional research. Let me address a concern specific to diabetics. Some people think they should avoid avocados because they're high in fat. This is completely backwards thinking. The fats in avocados actually help stabilize blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity. A study in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that diets higher in monounsaturated fats were associated with better blood sugar control. The fiber in avocados slows sugar absorption, preventing those dangerous spikes that are so problematic for diabetics. I've had countless diabetic patients see improvements in blood sugar control after adding avocados. The key is portion control and balanced meals, not complete avoidance. What about digestive concerns? Some worry that fat content will cause upset, especially after years of low-fat eating. Avocados are actually one of the gentlest fat sources you can choose. The fats are naturally emulsified, already in an easily digestible form. If you're concerned, start with small amounts. A few slices or a tablespoon of mashed avocado. Gradually increase as your body adapts. Here's something crucial for seniors to understand. As we age, our ability to absorb fat-soluble vitamins can decline. The healthy fats in avocados actually improve absorption of vitamins A, D, E, and K, making them especially valuable for senior nutrition. Finally, the cost concern. Yes, avocados might seem expensive compared to some fruits, but consider their nutritional density, the fact that you only need a few servings weekly for benefits. Think of them as an investment in health that could save medical costs later. Many grocery stores offer senior discounts. Some Medicare Advantage plans now cover nutritional counseling that can help you make cost-effective, healthy choices. The bottom line? Don't let decades-old myths prevent you from exploring one of nature's most powerful heart protectors. The research is clear. The benefits are real. The risks are minimal when consumed as part of a balanced diet. Always consult your doctor before significant dietary changes. But also remember, you have more control over your heart health than you might think. Your heart's future starts today. I want to share something personal with you. My father was stubborn, lived through the Depression, believed that fancy doctor food was just another way to waste money on things that didn't matter. For years, he ignored every piece of health advice I gave him. He'd made it to 78, eating what he wanted. Why change now? Then his cardiologist delivered news that shook our whole family. Significant heart disease. Immediate intervention needed. That night, we sat on his back porch. Two men, father and son, doctor and patient. "Dad," I said, "what if we could find something that doesn't feel like medicine? Something simple, natural, that actually tastes good?" I told him about avocados. This humble fruit that could help protect his heart without feeling like a sacrifice. He started adding just a quarter avocado to his daily sandwich. Nothing fancy, no complicated recipes. 6 months later, his cardiologist was amazed at the improvement in his numbers. But here's what mattered most to me. Dad had energy to play with his grandchildren again, to work in his garden, to be fully present for the people he loved. That's what I want for you. Not just better lab results, though those will likely come. Not just reduced disease risk, though research shows that will happen too. I want you to have the energy, vitality, and confidence that comes from knowing you're actively protecting your heart every single day. Because here's what I've learned after 3 decades of working with seniors. The quality of your years matters just as much as the quantity. When you choose heart-healthy foods like avocados, you're making a powerful statement about how you want to live. You're saying, I choose vitality over resignation. I choose to take control rather than leaving my health to chance. I believe my best years can still be ahead of me. And you know what? They absolutely can be. I've seen 70-year-olds discover energy they hadn't felt in decades. I've watched 80-year-olds travel to places they'd only dreamed of visiting. I've celebrated with countless patients who reduced medications, improved their quality of life, and spent more meaningful time with family. The path forward is surprisingly simple. This week, I want you to buy 2 avocados. Just 2. Put one on your counter where you'll see it daily. When it yields slightly to gentle pressure, add it to whatever you're already eating. Toast, salad, sandwich, soup, doesn't matter. The goal is simply experiencing how this heart-protective food fits naturally into your life. Save the second avocado for later in the week. By the time you've finished both, you'll have taken the first step toward a heart-healthier future. Here's what I've learned from thousands of patients. Once you start feeling the sustained energy from nutrient-dense foods, you naturally want to continue. But don't keep this information to yourself. Share it with someone you care about who's also navigating life after 60. Your spouse, a sibling, a close friend, maybe your adult children who worry about your health. Heart disease is still the leading cause of death for Americans over 65, but it doesn't have to be inevitable. Simple dietary changes can have profound cardiovascular impacts. When you share this information, you might literally be sharing a life-saving message. I want to hear from you too. In the comments below, tell me, are you ready to give avocados a try? Have you already discovered their benefits? Do you have questions about incorporating them into your routine? This community of health-conscious seniors is incredibly supportive. Your experiences might inspire someone else to take action. If this information has been valuable, please hit that like button. It helps more seniors discover evidence-based health guidance. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell. I'm constantly sharing new research and practical tips for aging well. Before we finish, let me remind you, always consult your doctor before making significant dietary changes, especially with existing medical conditions. But also remember this, you have more control over your health than you might think. Sometimes the most powerful medicine doesn't come from a pharmacy. It comes from nature itself. Your heart has been faithfully working for you for decades, beating over 100,000 times each day, pumping life through your body without you even thinking about it. Now it's time to return the favor. Start small, be consistent, trust the process. Your future self and your heart will thank you.